today. From Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee, this is the National Football League. We'll see Ryan Tannehill and the Tennessee Titans taking on Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Browns.
We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the Cleveland Browns. In his third year now from Oklahoma, Baker Mayfield.
And I think Baker Mayfield has had a tremendous offseason getting ready for this one because he put the focus squarely on football and cut out a lot of the peripheral stuff. Just focused in on being the best quarterback and leader for his Cleveland Browns team. And now all he has to do, take care of the turnover issues of last year. 21 interceptions he threw, second most in the NFL.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And not the start he was hoping for there as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Tackle made by Kenny Vaccaro.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held him to no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield to the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Looking deep downfield. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
This is brought in at the 21. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans set to take over behind their quarterback, Ryan Tannehill.
Not only did Ryan Tannehill resurrect his career in 2019, he may now serve as a blueprint for quarterbacks looking for a second opportunity. He moved from Miami to Tennessee, took over the starting job from Marcus Mariota in Week 7 last year, and wound up leading the NFL in quarterback rating. And the Titans went 8-3 in his 11 starts, snuck into the playoffs, and went to the AFC Championship game. His future is bright in Nashville, and he expects to be the starter there for many years to come.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive.
And there's an old chestnut of an expression called getting on your horse. And I hate to use it, but I'm going to right here because it absolutely applies. How about the head of steam he had behind him? And he was absolutely galloping downfield. That was something to see.
And the top speed he attained there, according to Next Gen Stats, 21.3 miles per hour. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. This is Henry. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Our game here featuring the top 2 running backs in the NFL last year in terms of yardage. And Derrick Henry on the carry there. He was the NFL leader at 1,540. But if you remember Nick Chubb, he thought he was going to win the title on the final day, but wound up settling for second, just 46 yards behind Henry. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. And the man with a big new contract, Myles Garrett, in there to take him down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Last year's All-Pro punter Brett Kern comes on for Tennessee as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Titans.
Trying to do anything. This is unbelievable.
Penalty stings big time there, wipes away a very good return.
And they work on it so hard because the goal is give yourself some space for your offense to really work. Try and gain an additional first down outside the 20 or 25-yard line. Instead, this one's going to come back.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. Here we go now on 1st and goal. Give it to Chubb. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you can darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'll try to run with Hunt. And Hunt is not going to get there. No gain on the play. And what to do now on 4th and goal. Now Cody Parkey out to try the field goal. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll check in with our Jonathan Coachman. He'll have highlights and analysis of the first half, and our highlights will likely be on the defensive side of the football here. Scoreless game. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal. So maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend. I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving. Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up? You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well. Go to something else. And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now. And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great, let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. The D-tackle Sheldon Richardson came barreling in for the sack. I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there. And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Now Tannehill. He finds Humphries. And he will have a Titans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 3rd and 19, no problem as they're able to convert. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play. There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Here's Tannehill. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Tannehill. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. The intended receiver there was Jonnu Smith, but now it'll be 3rd down. To the air again, Tannehill. Escaping the pressure right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. B.J. Goodson with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. The Browns drive about to get started. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've reached halftime. All we have to show for the first half, a lone field goal. 3-0 our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw a strong first half out of the former Heisman Trophy winner, Baker Mayfield. His guys lead, though by only a field goal. Still anybody's game. As we send it back to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. And now Ryan Tannehill becomes a focus of our players' spotlight. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground. That hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Nice carry there by Derrick Henry. Picks up a first down. And when you say workhorse, you're thinking about Derrick Henry. Won the rushing title in 2019 with 1,540 yards on the ground and 16 rushing touchdowns. Went to his first Pro Bowl and carried his team to the AFC Championship game.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. They'll run with Henry. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Here's Tannehill. Henry's got it out on the left side. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy who can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, oh, he's a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. From the 50, it's Tannehill. Flush to his right. He finds Corey Davis. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else.
And we talk so much from a defensive perspective about scheming and finding ways to take away the run. That means the offense has to devise different ways to get the ball in the hands of their guy out of the backfield. Find open space, let him run, and big things can happen, and they did right there.
And his top speed, as computed by Next Gen Stats, not bad. He was pushing 20 miles an hour. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. 1st and 10 at the 19. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now it's Tannehill. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, and this time it's going to come from the middle linebacker because watching the lineman, it seemed to me that they thought he was going to drop back into pass protection, but he surprised them and came on the blitz instead and had a pretty clear run to the quarterback.
And as we check the next-gen stats, that play lasted just 2.7 seconds from beginning to end. Just not enough time to throw the football. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Tannehill now to throw. They set up the screen for Henry. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And we are all tied here in the final stages. This hasn't exactly been a battle of one touchdown after the other, quite the opposite. But at 3-3 now here in the 4th, it's been an entertaining game considering just 2 field goals.
Yeah, is it really a football game now, or are we watching baseball? Because this feels like a pitcher's duel, doesn't it? Nice, intense, on the edge of your seat. Have you been scoring this one? A lot of strikeouts and ground balls in this one.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Mayfield. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 15 more yards there and quickly another 1st down.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
He was looking for the Michigan Wolverine, Donovan Peoples-Jones. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Mayfield hands to Chubb on the draw. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And again, it's Chubb. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. A run for Nick Chubb. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
I think we saw the strategy there, how they moved it to the left hash so they could line things up for them to kick the field goal.
And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And the Browns are going to win the football game. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you? You loved the defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Chiefs are heading back to defend their title as we say so long from snowy Baltimore and welcome to Madden NFL 21.